Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome in if this is your first time being here. This is Empowered Gems Tarot. My name is Melissa. This channel used to be called Tarot by Melissa, so if you've been looking for me under that name, then you're in the right place. Today's reading is going to be looking ahead for you into the month of April. So we'll get some insight into what's to come this next upcoming month, and we will be looking into both tarot and oracle cards, as well as using some charms to get some additional messages for you. Remember that this is a general collective reading on YouTube, so the messages will vary with how specifically they're going to resonate with each viewer out there. So as a best practice, if anything that I say in your chosen reading feels confusing to you, or it just doesn't really feel like it fits what you know your situation to be, those are typically indications that those are not your messages. So just release it, let it go, respect the messages for someone else out there in the collective. Sometimes with these general readings, there's not always a direct message for us, and that's totally normal. If you are looking for more personalized guidance, the best way to go would be to get a personal reading with a tarot reader that you trust. If you wanted to schedule one with me, the link to do so is in the description box down below. All right, everyone, so let's go ahead and select your reading. So if you are drawn to reading number 1, we will be working with this pink rhodochrosite heart. If you are drawn to reading number 2, we'll be working with this fluorite, little piece of candy. And if you're drawn to reading number 3, we'll be working with moonstone. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath. Thinking about the month of April and what is ahead for you. Go ahead and select the crystal that you feel the most intuitively connected to. Pause the video if you need a little bit more time to make your choice. And once you've made your decision, you can scroll down to the description box below to locate the timestamp. That will skip you ahead to your chosen reading. See you there. Hey, group number 1, and welcome to your reading. If you guys selected the pink rhodochrosite heart, this is going to be your message for the month of April. So we'll be looking into both tarot and charms today. If any of you guys like to skip ahead to the charms portion of your reading, it will be timestamped below if you like to get there a little earlier. All right, so let's go ahead and see what's ahead for you guys this upcoming month of April. So we're starting here with the energy of Aquarius. We do have the shark, survival and power. Ooh, and then we also have the dolphins, playfulness and cooperation. So already this is kind of an interesting dynamic here, because this feels to me overwhelmingly, group 1, with Aquarius, that something about the month of April, something very significant about the month of April is going to be the way that you are working with others, the way that you're collaborating with others, right? So with Aquarius being here, some of you guys could be working with a group on something, or group work or friendship groups or something along those lines could be highly significant here. And it is fun. Like, there is something about this energy that feels very playful, that feels really fun. But we also have a kind of an energy of there's a lot going on here, or maybe an energy of like, we feel like we have to watch our back a little bit because we see the sharks kind of like circling around her. Maybe somebody in your group is a shark. Maybe you're the shark. I don't know. Somebody here is like, I don't know how can I describe this energy to you? It's like there is an energy of fun and playfulness here, but then there's also an energy of like having to kind of stand to your power, or stand up for yourself, or just kind of be mindful of your surroundings. Okay, just an energy that I'm getting. It's also interesting to me that both the shark and the dolphins are these aquatic animals. We do have the water bearer energy here with Aquarius. So even though Aquarian energy can be a more detached energy in terms of emotional detachment, I do feel that there is something about emotion that is significant to whatever it is that you're doing. So maybe you guys feel just really passionate about whatever this is, or you feel like there's some sort of a higher cause or a purpose that it fulfills for you in your life, potentially. The other thing too with the shark that I'll share with you guys, it may not even be like necessarily that you have to watch your back because of someone in the group. We're going to see as we get deeper into your reading. But sometimes when I've seen the shark come up in my own personal readings, it just kind of means we have a lot going on. We have a lot of work that we're balancing, a lot of things that we have to kind of keep our eyes on at once. And it's like an energy of having to really be self-aware, right? And be aware of your own power and be aware of your own energy. Okay, so let's continue with the Muse Tarot. What else can you tell us, Spirit, about the month of April for Group 1? We're just going to get 2 cards today. What else can you tell us about this energy for group number 1, please, Spirit? Okay, so we do have a 3 of Swords coming through. And we also have an 8 of Swords coming through. Okay, and then we have the 6 of Cups coming up at the bottom of the deck. So one thing that I am getting about this for you, group 1, there's inner child stuff coming through with whatever this is, okay? And I also feel that it's like she's holding up a mirror here. There could be a mirroring energy going on as well with somebody in this collective that you're working with that is connected to inner child. So just something to be mindful of, because I do kind of feel with this 3 of Swords, there is something here that is disappointing you this month, or that's kind of stressing you out, or you're feeling heartbroken or sad about it. It's almost making me feel like there's a door here. Like there's a door here that you thought was going to be safe, or there was a door here that you thought was going to be like a new opportunity for you. And now it's like you're in some sort of awkward situation that you were not expecting to be in here. Like that didn't work out the way you thought it was going to work out is what I feel. So I'm kind of wondering, you guys, if Spirit is asking you to go into this more lightheartedly, right? Because there's a lot of really heavy energy here with this survival power, the shark, the 3 of Swords, the 8 of Swords, right? There's a lot of heavy energy here. And the Aquarian energy is about, like I was saying earlier, it's about detaching from our emotions and just kind of being able to look at what's best for everybody in the situation, not just what's best for us or one person specifically, right? We're working together. We're helping each other to accomplish something here. So whether this is a partnership, a friendship, whatever it is, I think you guys are probably going to get better cooperation out of it if you take a more lighthearted approach. But I definitely see there's something coming up here in April with this situation where you guys are going to be feeling maybe a little bit disempowered with the 8 of Swords. And you're not, though. Spirit wants to say that you're not. And the 8 of Swords, a lot of times, sure, it can be an awkward situation or like a tense situation, but we always have the power to survive it. We always have the power to get out of a situation that's not serving us in our highest good, or to take a different path here. But I think there's something about your inner child that's being triggered this month with this situation, group 1. And that's why it's feeling a little bit like So what is this, Spirit? What is going on? What is going on, Spirit, with group 1 this month? What is this about? We have clairsentience. Notice your reoccurring physical and emotional feelings as they signify divine guidance. So listen to your feelings. That's so interesting, right? Like, because we have this juxtaposition in your reading, group 1, between detachment, but also emotion, not being detached from the emotions. Clairsentience is an interesting energy, though, because this is often I experience this when I perform readings a lot of times, where you're feeling the energy of somebody else, or you're feeling an energy of a situation that doesn't necessarily belong to you. And that's where I'm feeling like this could be somebody else that is projecting their stuff onto you, group one. So I think Spirit is saying, like, notice when you're around that person or whoever it is, like, if you start to feel inadequate, or you start to feel awkward, or you start to feel like hurt, I really think a lot of it is projection. I think it's this person putting that stuff onto you. And you, my viewer, are probably highly sensitive and intuitive. I know like a lot of my viewers who watch my channel are, right? So you're going to pick up on that stuff. Let's see. Let's get one more of these. We also have nurture. Here's a child again. As you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child. Both activities are important for you right now. So for some of you, there could be something specific to this. Like you have a child that you're taking care of and you're reparenting that child, you know, differently than the way you were parented, for the better, right? But this, again, it's also really mirroring what I'm talking about with inner child stuff. So when you guys start to feel triggered this month, because I do kind of feel that's possible, or when you feel this person in this group projecting their BS onto you, no offense to them, I hope that they're healing, but when you feel them projecting that stuff onto you, the message here is recognize that the response that you have to them is an inner child response. And all you've got to, well, not all you've got to do, and it makes it sound so simple, but what you can do is you can give the child version of yourself what it needs by stepping into your power, right? So a lot of times the Eight of Swords is when we feel like we don't have the power, but we do. You know, so if somebody says something to you or does something to you and you feel like, oh, I feel like you need answers, you need something, whatever it is, you have the power to get what you need, to give yourself what you need, whether it means going to them and talking to them about it, or whether it means breaking away from the situation. Like you're not as stuck there as you may feel you are. We also have moon cycles. Notice how the moon affects your energy and manifestations, and capitalize upon these cycles. For those of you, my viewers, who menstruate, this may be connected to that as well. Paying attention to when your cycle begins, what phase of the moon does it begin? Even just aside from that, you know, there could be an energy of this being heightened during a certain phase of the moon, right? Maybe the full moon is significant to some of you. All right, let's continue. Group one. So what else, Spirit, can you tell us about this month for group number one? What else can you tell us for group one, Spirit? Ooh, we have desert, the vision quest. This is a beautiful energy. We do also have grounding. So I do think probably going out into nature could be significant. I'm also kind of noticing specifically like this very barren kind of land, the desert. Maybe the desert literally is significant. Maybe that's what's going to help you guys. Like it seems that there's a lot of emotion here, a lot of water. But maybe for some of you, if you live in an area where you can be close to the desert, like I don't have that where I live, but some of you may, maybe going for a little hike in the desert could be significant. It could be very grounding and to kind of help you detach from some of the emotion here so that you can see it more clearly. Okay. But the vision quest is an energy of like a spiritual journey, a spiritual awakening. It's about kind of going out into the desert where there's nothing there really and being able to survive. Even thinking about how a lot of the plants and the, you know, the foliage and the things that live in the desert, how they're able to survive with very minimal resources, with very minimal water. And so I just feel like a Spirit is just telling you, they're reassuring you with this card that it may feel like maybe you're not getting what you need, or it may feel like things are a little dry metaphorically here, or barren. But you're going to survive. And it's almost like an energy of this thing being, I don't know if it's being taken away from you, but there's something about maybe an ending here, a painful ending, or something about a, you know, like a situation that leaves you feeling like maybe dissatisfied, like you didn't get what you wanted. It's just like the energy of not having a ton of stuff around you is helping you to realize, like stripping the situation down to its bare bones is helping you to better understand how to move forward. It's giving you some sort of spiritual enlightenment. And maybe that idea of stripping down to their bare bones ties back to the root cause of childhood here for some of you. Okay. Let's just close it out with a couple more of these, and then we'll move into your charms, group 1. So we do have sudden wealth coming through, so that's really cool. So maybe some of you guys are getting some coins this month. We'll dig into this a little bit more in the charms. Hopefully we'll get some more messages about that. Okay, and then we do also have the privileged lady coming through as well. So it definitely feels like Spirit is saying, like, you're in a position of power. You're in a position of authority. We did have message of concern kind of falling out of the deck, so that's kind of interesting. You have more power and you actually have more resources than you realize you do. For some of you guys, this literally could be you like hitting the jackpot and getting, this card talks about getting a substantial amount of money that helps us to feel much more supported. And the privileged lady kind of echoes that, right? Like we're feeling really financially stable, or we're taking a risk this month and we're getting resources that we need to put ourselves in an advantageous position here. But I feel like along the way, there is something going on that's causing a little bit of heartache, maybe potentially with some of the interpersonal connections that are involved here. So we're going to dig into this a little deeper in the charms, group 1. I'm going to clear everything off and I'll see you in just a minute. Hey, group 1, let's jump into your charms and see what other info we can get for you for this month. Okay, starting with the dice. Spirit, what else can you tell us about group number 1's life this upcoming month of April? All right, so we do have Aquarius coming up again. Tons of stuff in the financial section, which is super interesting. And I feel like this goes over here. Okay, let's pull some charms. Ooh. I think you guys might be getting something really sudden with money that you're not expecting, which is kind of cool. All right, let's take a look. Let's get a few more than that. Group 1, month of April. All right, okay. We have a little swan. All right. The squid. More water aquatic creatures coming through for you guys. Okay, so what is happening? Something with business and career is like literally on fire for you guys this month. Now that could be connected to the thing that we were picking up on in the first spread, right? Where there's something here with Aquarius that you're feeling really passionately about. But there's definitely an energy here of your career being on fire. And I'm wondering if it is connected to finances for some of you. But, career energy is usually connected to financial energy for most of us. So the fire element being here is telling me that we're very passionate about career. Something about our career is literally on fire. It's moving. There's a lot of momentum here this month. In the finances and wealth section of your chart here, we have Uranus, the 5th house, and then we also have the number 6 coming through. So let me remember, I think the number 6 has to do with harmony, but let me just double check my little cheat sheet here. Oh, okay. On my little key here, it has a little bit of a different meaning. It says caretaker and responsibilities being here. That's kind of interesting, right? If we take that interpretation with the 5th house, because the 5th house has to do with children, right? And we were getting a lot of messages in your reading about children. So for some of you, this could be connected to children that you literally take care of, that you have. Maybe some of you guys work with children, but the 5th house can also talk about our hobbies. So I almost feel for some of you guys, like you're getting some sort of a sudden shift in your finances that you're not expecting, as it is connected to a specific hobby that you guys do. So maybe you guys have like a side hustle, or maybe you have a creative endeavor. The fire element is creativity as well. So there's some sort of creative endeavor maybe for some of you where you're getting some sort of influx of financial support, which is super exciting. And the number 6, there could be some responsibilities that come along with that for some of you. There's also some energy here that Aquarian energy is repeating itself here under the home and family portion of the chart. And then we also have a cat, which has to do with being independent. And we have the little navigation wheel, which has to do with like literally steering and navigating. So some of you guys could be getting out more. Like Aquarian energy makes me think of like connecting with people more within your home situation, maybe connecting more with your family or networking more within your home and family network. Maybe some kind of change for some of you guys when it comes to your home life. We have like the little wheel coming through here. Making an independent decision with the cat. And maybe that's where some of the detachment is coming from. And maybe for some of you, that's where the Three of Swords energy is coming from. Maybe some of you guys are moving away from your family and striking out independently of that unit. Pursuing a home life that feels more authentic to you. Maybe that's a little unconventional. There's a lot of unconventional energy here with Uranus and with your home situation, group 1. So that could be a core theme. Kind of going against the grain, finding your independence here. I do feel with this star coming up, you're going to feel very fulfilled this month. So again, I know there's some challenging energy that we got in the cards. I'm not seeing a ton of it here. We're going to get to the squid though. That's like the only challenging charm that I see, but it's under your advice section. I think you guys are going to be feeling really good. I think you're feeling like your wishes are being fulfilled. Your dreams are being fulfilled. I think a lot of you guys are following your intuition, we have that energy of clairsentience coming through, paying attention to the feelings that you're getting. And I think that has been what has maybe steered you onto this new path that you're on right now with your home life. You guys also do have a swan here under your health and well-being energy, which has to do with loyalty. And I think there's a message here about kind of, again, going back to some of the challenging energy we saw. If there have been challenges with others in your life, which again, I'm not seeing it here, but whatever the challenge is, to me, this is about remaining loyal to yourself, right? Or surrounding ourselves with people within this space that feel loyal to us. Even if it has to do with like you guys choosing a medical care provider that listens better or that's on the same page as you. When I think of swans, I think of partnerships too, right? So partnerships that contribute to your overall well-being in a positive way. This is highly significant this month. So moving into your advice for this month, group number 1, we do have the squid. The squid talks about literally like the key word for the squid in the little guidebook for these charms is threats, okay? But it's under the advice section. And I feel like what this is talking about in terms of advice is the energy of us kind of digging deeper, right? Like understanding that if people are projecting stuff onto us, understanding where that is coming from. And I think it's also talking about if you're feeling triggered by something or if you're having a reaction to something that feels very uncomfortable for you or that's making you feel awkward or disempowered, remember that it's coming from the inner child. Dig deeper. The squid lives in like the deepest waters, right? Some of the more deep waters of the ocean. And so it kind of makes me think of like a hidden little like piece of you, like something that's hidden deep within that comes up to the surface, but we don't necessarily understand why it's coming up to the surface when it has to do with our inner child. I think that's something that you guys will be awakening to this month is something around inner child healing as it pertains to the success you're having, as it pertains to the mission that you're after, as it pertains to other people in your life that could be also projecting their stuff onto you. But overwhelmingly, you guys, this looks like a really positive month. I'm super curious to hear about this, the finances energy, especially with that sudden wealth, because this card, you guys, it literally talks about like getting a bag. Like this is not just a little few extra coins being thrown our way. This is like getting a lot to make us feel comfortable. So do keep me posted about that. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'll see you in the next reading soon. Bye. Hey, group number 2, if you guys selected the little fluorite candy, This will be your reading for the upcoming month of April. So we're going to do both tarot and charms. I will have the charms portion of your reading timestamped if you guys like to skip ahead to that part a little bit sooner. But let's go ahead and jump in and see what is up for you guys this upcoming month of April. All right, so we've got the energy of Pluto coming through. We have the Whale, Wisdom Keeper, ooh, and then we also have the Wolf, Cunning Stealth. So many animals coming up from this deck so far in both of the piles that I've recorded. All right, so what is happening? Group number 2, what's happening for you? So Pluto's energy coming through is telling me that this is going to be a month of deep transformation for you. But Pluto's energy is a little bit slower moving, right? It's kind of an energy that, transits through our charts over an extended period of time, sometimes multiple decades, right? So I think there's going to be an energy of you guys like digging deeper this month when it comes to something significant in your life. I'm not seeing exactly what that is yet, but we're going to get into it in a bit with a few more cards. I think that whatever you guys are digging into, it is helping you to look at something from a new perspective, or it's helping you to create some transformation, some change, some much needed change within your life. I also think that it's helping you. I also think that you guys are, with the wolf energy and the keywords that are here, it's like I feel you kind of moving in silence this month. You are not necessarily telling everybody what you're doing and why. And I feel intuitively like this feels like the wise decision, the wisdom keeper, right? Like you hold some sort of wisdom, you're exercising that wisdom to create change in your life, but you're not necessarily telling people about it. I feel for some of you guys, there could be a child involved here, or children significantly for some of you. Or there's some sort of new idea that you're giving birth to this month. Okay, so let's keep going. What else, Spirit, is happening for group number 2, the upcoming month of April? Working with the Muse Tarot today. All right, so we have the Muse of Materials, which is the King of Pentacles. Let's see. And we also have the Chariot energy coming through as well. Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Something exciting, something really exciting, a new idea, a new creative opportunity, something that's bringing, I feel like it's bringing an opportunity for you to strike out independently on your own. But it's something fun. It's something that's bringing color and creativity into your life. Okay, so let's take a look. I do think for a lot of you guys, this is going to be a career-heavy month, a heavily career-focused month. We have the Muse of Materials here, the King of Pentacles. There's some sort of gateway opening up for you, some sort of new door opening up for you. And the King of Pentacles is about stability, structure. It's about building something stable, taking care of our responsibilities and the things that we need to do, right? But it feels like there's some sort of new door that's opening here. And I'm seeing a lot of drive and ambition with this Chariot energy coming through as well. Look at all of the horses here. Horsepower coming through, right? So I think that you guys are incredibly focused on whatever this is, because it's helping to contribute to your stability, to your career, your professional life, and your coins. So let's keep going. Kind of makes sense, the energy of you guys staying cunning and stealthy here, like not telling everybody what it is that you're doing. The Chariot card is a very driven, ambitious energy. So this is like an energy where we are laser focused on our goals, and it's like nobody really needs to know what we're doing. We're just going after it. All right, let's continue, group 2. What else, Spirit, can you tell us about April for my group number 2 viewers. We have you are safe. I'm protecting you against lower energies and guarding you, your loved ones, and home. There's something about moving in silence that feels safer this month. I think your intuition is guiding you appropriately when it comes to making that decision, not to tell everybody what it is that you're doing or how you're moving. We also have spread your wings. Do not hold back right now. The timing is perfect and you're ready to soar. I feel like this very strong energy coming from you, group 2, like this momentum that you've had building up. And with this Chariot, it's like you finally have a pathway to just like charge forward, to just like release this energy and to move toward your goals. Spreading your wings is also telling me there's an energy here of you opening up to something new. We also have peace energy here as well with the bird, right? So another energy of kind of opening up, spreading your wings, flying away. Something about this shift that you're making is helping you to welcome peace and calm into your life. Okay, so let's continue. What else, Spirit, can you tell us about group number 2 and their month of April? We have the Green Man synergy. This is also giving me an energy of like being hidden, right? Because we can kind of see, you can see the 2 eyes of the Green Man here, but he's kind of blended into the background here. We also have the Forest, breathe. So it's, again, there's a release. There's a sense of relief because you guys are getting out of something that has been maybe causing you a little bit of stress. And you're able to kind of be free to move towards something better. So the Green Man synergy, to me, this kind of speaks of things finally starting to come together, things finally starting to flow, things finally starting to work in your favor. The energy and the path forward is cleared for you now. Minimal obstacles in your way. Actually, I don't see any obstacles in your way at this point. What else, Spirit, for group 2? What's happening? For some of you guys, maybe you're moving to like relocating or moving into a new job, something where like your safety is like you feel more safe and secure there. With that King of Pentacles. This could also involve driving with the Chariot. The Chariot is usually driving for me as well when it comes to transportation and how we read that in the cards. What else, Spirit? Closing messages, and then we'll get into the charms. We do have marriage. So for some of you, this could involve your marriage, like a partner, a spouse. This also can talk about a commitment, right? A contract being signed in the more abstract sense. And then we do also have change. So this, yeah, it almost feels like you guys are moving out of somewhere and going somewhere new, leaving something behind and going to better digs. And there's driving energy here again with this car being here. Very cool. Let's see. So that's kind of what I'm seeing in the cards, group 2. I'm going to clear everything off, and then we will take a look at what else we can get with the charms. All right, group 2. So let's see what other details we can get about the month of April. We're going to start with the dice. All right. So we've got Venus. We have, I think that's Taurus. I'll double check. We have the wand energy. We have some energy here with partnerships coming through as well. Okay, let's pull some charms. Yeah, I think that is Taurus energy. Lots of Taurus, lots of Venus energy coming through as well. of coming through over here, here. We have some letters. J and G, it looks like. So those could be significant initials. Those are under the health and well-being section. J and G. Okay. All right. So let's see. What do we have happening here? Group number 2. Okay. So when it comes to your career and your finances, we have some really powerful energy coming through. So we have the wands coming through with career, and that kind of is mimicking the page of wands that I saw for you at the bottom of the deck of your tarot reading. There's some sort of new exciting endeavor coming through when it comes to your career and business prospects. It really makes sense because I was feeling a lot of that drive and that passion with the Chariot, where you guys feel like you're just charging forward toward a goal. So there's kind of like a new fire that's being lit underneath of you when it comes to career, but it's in a positive way. It doesn't feel like you're having a fire lit under you because you're underperforming or something like that. It feels like it's because it's something that's very exciting and something very passionate that you're getting to be a part of. And then when it comes to finances and wealth, this is a very stable area for you this month as well, because we've got Taurus and we also have Venus here. Okay, so Taurus is kind of that energy of the King of Pentacles that we had, right? It's stability. It's maybe having more responsibilities. Maybe for some of you, you're in like a leadership type of position this month, but it's coming with like financial abundance with Venus being here, right? I love seeing that there. It's like Venus is there, Taurus is there. It's the energy of cultivation, slowly cultivating something over a period of time that is contributing to your long-term stability. And it's also feeling like something you're very excited about, which is wonderful. What else? Where do I want to go next? We'll just kind of work our way around, I guess. So again, in the health and well-being section, we've got the cards. So the cards talk about fate. So there could be some sort of fated event or energy coming through this month when it comes to your well-being. I just kind of feel for a lot of you guys that the change that's coming through in your career is contributing to this fated shift in your well-being in a positive way. Right? Like I don't really see a lot of challenges in your reading. It just kind of feels like everything is flowing together for you with that green man, that synergy energy that we had. So I think a lot of the positive changes, like I said, in your career that you're experiencing are also just contributing to better quality of life. Okay. Next, we have a little seashell here. It almost looks like a clam to me. Let's see. Well, that's interesting. Well, the seashell talks about beauty, which Venus also talks about beauty as well. And this is coming through in home and family. So maybe you guys are making some decisions here with the Queen of Swords. You're making some sort of upgrades, maybe to your home life or to your family life, things that are going to make your living space a lot more beautiful. I feel like with the Queen of Swords, there's an energy of like elevated standards here when it comes to this as well, right? Because the King of Swords, the Queen of Swords, they tend to have high standards. Very fair and balanced energy, right? It's like Libra energy too, which also is connected to Venus, but there's like an elevation that I'm getting from this. And maybe it's like the career shift is allowing you to, have more money to be able to make these beautification treatments that you want to make to your home. All right, what else do we have going on? We have some stuff over here when it comes to love and partnership. So we've got the number 7, which talks about introspection and intuition. And then we also have the waning gibbous moon, which talks about reevaluating habits and relationships. So you guys this month could be reevaluating a specific relationship in your life, maybe pulling back from that relationship or moving through a period of introspection or being single or just kind of detaching your energy from that a little bit. It's really interesting though too, because over here when we have social life and others coming up, so I feel like that also counts this partnership energy. The letter I is like stuck in the little key. So I think you guys might be learning that like the common denominator is you. when it comes to your one-on-one partnerships or relationships here. It doesn't have to mean that that's a bad thing, but this waning gibbous moon, it talks about reevaluating relationship habits. And so I think there's some self-reflection that you're doing this month around relationship habits and patterns, and it's actually helping you to unlock the wisdom to create better relationships with people moving forward. We do also have a little Christmas tree coming through here under the Spirit Self section. So this Christmas tree talks about joy. So this is so beautiful, you guys, because I feel overall you're feeling relieved this month. There's a sense of leaving behind a situation that wasn't serving you, maybe moving somewhere where you can have higher standards and just feel like you're in a more beautiful, like, living space. And there's a lot of happiness that I see here. Really the only, I guess, metaphorically challenging thing that's here is the self-reflection on relationships, but that doesn't even seem like it's that big of a deal. It just kind of feels like a side quest that's going on in the grand scheme of all of this other stuff. So this is what I'm seeing, group 2. Comment below. Let me know what's been going on with you leading up to this point. What plans do you guys have for the month of April? Thank you so much for supporting my work, and I'll see you in the next reading soon. Bye. Hello, group number 3, and welcome to your reading. If you guys selected the Moonstone Crystal, this will be your message, and we're going to be looking into what's ahead for you this upcoming month of April. We're going to start with tarot and oracle cards, and then we'll transition to charms and dice. I will have the charms and dice section of your reading timestamp below in case you guys like to skip ahead to that part a little bit quicker. So let's go ahead and see what's in store for you guys this month. So we've got the energy of Leo, which says shine. Ooh, we have the house, relocation and home. And then we do also have the gazelle, change and purity. This is beautiful energy, you guys. Okay, so what is happening for you this month? So Leo energy coming through really strong. It's reminding me of the Katy Perry song Roar. So maybe some of you guys are kind of experiencing a renewed sense of confidence this month, or stepping into your leadership energy. But I love that the key word here is the key word of shine. I'm also noticing how this gazelle has sort of a glow around it as well. So I kind of feel like for my group 3 viewers, your shine, your confidence is a little bit of a more quiet confidence. Like, it's not something that you necessarily have to be over the top to express yourself. You don't have to be like the class clown or just do a bunch of antics in order to get people to notice the specialness that you bring. I actually feel like you stand out as confident, as creative, as a leader, without really having to do too much. I think it's coming really naturally to you this month, even if it's something that's felt awkward or uncomfortable for you. I think you are getting noticed for your unique skills and your unique talents that you bring to the table. Okay. Now, the other thing that I see here is, you've got some sort of a change coming through with regard to your home. So there's an energy here of relocation, right? Or something to do with your living situation. With this energy of purity being here, it's giving me a vibe that we're like releasing something as it pertains to our living situation, or we are purifying our current space, or we're going somewhere that feels a little bit better for us, or we're getting a little bit of a fresh start. And the gazelle is like a very graceful energy. So I feel like you guys are doing this with grace. You're doing this with confidence. And Leo is saying like you're getting what you want through your confidence, through your quiet confidence, basically. Okay, so let's continue, group 3. Group number 3. What's happening for group 3 this month, please, Spirit? What else can we learn? We have the Lovers. Ooh. The 8 of Swords. Interesting. We also have the 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So something is making you guys really happy this month. Really happy. There could be some shifts in your career as well, with the King of Pentacles being here, the Muse of Materials, a new pathway, a new door opening up for you. Maybe that's connected to your home, your relocation situation here. But it feels like you guys have some choices to make, okay? Because the Lovers is an energy of choices and decisions. And I think there is something about the choices that are making you feel a little like, oh, what do I do? There could be some overthinking things. I also feel for some of you guys, maybe you're like up at night worrying about this a little bit for some of you. But it feels like whatever is coming your way, whatever choice is coming your way, this has been unfolding for a while. And okay, something else I'm getting from this, I don't want to be basic and just read it literally, but I kind of see it here. I almost feel like some of you guys are meeting someone this month, or there's a question here about a partnership as well. Because I'm noticing this unfolding energy of this flower, and then we've got a woman and a man here, and they're like apart. But it's like a question of, are we coming together or are we not? Are we splitting up? There's something about it that's you guys might be in your head about. Okay, so let's keep going. Maybe for some of you, it's a choice between 2 jobs or 2 homes or a partner or something like that. As I'm parting the deck, we do have career transition coming through, so that's exciting. What else, Spirit? Can you tell us about group 3 and what's to come? We have healthy lifestyle. Eat a healthful diet, get adequate sleep, and exercise regularly for optimal health. I feel like some of you guys could be running more this month too with the gazelle. Like, I think of how gazelles like run and they're so graceful. That could be something significant here. So you're making some decisions about, hold on, let's just get one. You're making some decisions here about your lifestyle as well. Maybe that's part of the choice that's difficult here, is like what choice creates a healthier lifestyle for me? One more, please, Spirit. Okay, we also have brilliant idea. Yes, your idea is divinely guided. Please take action to bring your idea to fruition. So it's like with that Leo energy, there is something creative here as well, where you're being guided to act on whatever your creative idea is. Maybe it is connected to health and fitness for some of you. Maybe it's connected to a relationship or a home for some of you. But your idea is getting attention in a positive way. Maybe some of you guys just feel awkward being in the spotlight, or feel awkward with getting a lot of attention on you. Let's keep going. Maybe you feel awkward about taking action because of somebody else with the Lovers. We have Dawn, new beginnings. This is beautiful energy, you guys. There's a shift in perspective on something here this month, where you've been able to kind of zoom the lens out and look at the bigger picture. And I think that looking at the bigger picture is actually helping you make your decision here whenever that time comes that you need to decide. There's a beautiful new beginning coming through that's allowing for you to live a healthier, more balanced lifestyle. And it's also helping you to act on some sort of creative idea that you're going to be in charge of here. Okay. We also have radiance. I really feel like you guys need to get comfortable with being in the spotlight and allowing people to shine, or allowing people to see you shine, because I just feel like with this 8 of Swords that a lot of you guys are confident and you do have a lot of talent and skill that you bring to the table, but maybe you overthink things or you kind of are dimming your sparkle a little bit. Not this month. All right, let's take a look at these Kipper cards, and then we're going to transition into your charms and dice. So what else can you tell us, Spirit, about Group 3 and their month ahead? What's coming through for Group 3 this month, please, Spirit? I will say this too, you guys. Sometimes the 8 of Swords can be like mental health stuff too. I've seen that. Excuse me. So that could be what the healthy lifestyle stuff is talking about too. Maybe you guys are relocating to a new place that's going to be better for your lifestyle, including your mental health. We have, okay, so we have the main female and the official person coming out. I feel like this is you, my viewer, because it's saying like you are the star of the month. But then we also have this official person, this like military guy. Because they came out together, you guys could be stepping into some sort of official position here or some sort of a more formal role. Yeah, I feel like that it's that leadership energy that's coming through. Maybe for some of you, it's literally connected to like the military or being in like some sort of role like that, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that for everyone. Okay, we do also have the courthouse. So this is interesting, right? Because we have the house right next to it. So again, I think some of you guys are making a decision this month about your home. Like this could literally be talking about like closing on a house or selling a house, like the legal things that go into that. Maybe just like reviewing a contract for some of you, whether this has to do with your home life or other matters. Let's get one more for Group 3. We do also have the Thief coming through here as well. Yeah, it's like there's a need with this courthouse for fairness here. I do feel for some of you guys with the Lovers, there could be like a partner involved in this for some of you. Like maybe some of you guys are splitting up, or maybe you're moving out from being with a partner. Maybe you guys share a house that you're tied to financially together. The Thief kind of talks about a reduction, right? It doesn't have to literally mean what it looks like there, but the Thief kind of talks about less. It talks about a reduction here. So there's like a courthouse energy coming through, I think, to help with mitigating whatever decisions need to be made so that it's fair for everybody involved. Okay, so Group 3. Let's go ahead and we will transition into your charms and dice to see what additional insights we can get on this energy. All right, group number 3. So let's go ahead and see what the charms and dice can add to your message for the month of April, starting with your dice. Oh my gosh, look at this. We have the home. Under home life, we have a pentacle coming through. We have 8th house. These fell off, so we're not going to take those. All right, we've got the first quarter moon and the number 3 under finances. All right, let's grab some charms. What else, Spirit, for group 3 this upcoming month of April? Okay. little elephant coming through here. Yeah, there's definitely something I see with a partnership for a lot of you guys that is connected to your finances and your home life for sure. The reason that I'm saying this is because we have the eighth house that's coming up under love and partnerships, and the eighth house can have to do with shared resources. So I think of things like sharing a home together, right? Paying the bills together. Can also talk about things like taxes and all that fun stuff, inheritances, things like that. But with it coming up under love and partnerships with the Lovers card, it just makes me feel like you and a partner are deciding on something that impacts your finances, likely a home, because I see that energy of investment here with home and family coming through as well. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I mean, we have the Christmas tree here, which talks about like, joy. Maybe the season of Christmas or Christmas is just something significant to you and this partner for some of you guys. I don't know. That might just be for one person specifically here, but there's something here about that. Shared resources as it pertains to a partner, your home, maybe the season of Christmas or just happiness in general. Eighth house energy, though, can also talk about intimacy, like deepening our intimacy with our partnerships. And so for you, my viewer, I'm wondering if some of you have been in a partnership situation where it's like things have been difficult, right? Because the eighth house is sort of like, it's deeply transformative energy where we're really like digging deep, trying to understand the root causes behind things, really like looking at the shadow sides of a situation. And it makes me feel like maybe there have been some challenges that you and a partner have been going through. And this month is all about kind of transforming those challenges and trying to bring the joy back into the relationship. Okay. Now we also have some really beautiful energy here under home and family. So with the pentacle being here, this could literally be talking about investing in a new house, like a new home. It also can just talk about, financial stability or just stability in general, strengthening the stability of your home life. With the clothespin, this talks about securing and holding something down. So securing a new home, securing a new living space. And then we also have the little swan, which talks about loyalty. So loyalty to someone could be significant here. Maybe this, again, has to do with this partner. Being loyal to this partner could be significant. Being loyal to your family could be significant. Swans, they do travel in pairs, right? Even though there's only one here. It definitely feels for you guys like there's an energy of sacrifice here. So you're having to sacrifice something that you as an individual might want because it's for the betterment of your family or your partner. The cross can also talk about burdens too. So maybe you feel like you've got a lot of burden, like a lot on your shoulders this month, just as a person. But yeah, it's giving me an energy of sacrifice, especially with all this eighth house and this family stuff. It just feels like you, the individual, might be feeling like you have a lot on your shoulders. I also feel like maybe take it as it resonates. Okay, this might be for literally one person out there. But I also feel for some of you, there could be an energy of like atoning for bad behavior. Okay. See, it's so interesting. I love getting into the charms because I feel like the charms really give us all the tea. Like there's something about a partnership here with the Lovers, like you and a partner being kind of disconnected here. And it almost looks like he's wearing like a suit, like he was a groom. She's not. She's like more casual. But they're both, their heads are both lit up, like they're connected. They feel each other. But there's something awkward here about it. Yeah, I think for some of you that could be the case where you're kind of atoning for bad behavior or decisions that you made that negatively impacted a partner in the past. We do have some stuff here in finances and wealth coming through. So we've got the number 3, which talks about creative expression. Okay, so I think, and then we also have next to those the elephant, which talks about community. So there could be something here around your financial situation that is connected to the community, something creative that you're doing with this. And the first quarter moon can talk about challenges and taking action. So there's some sort of action being taken here to overcome any challenges as it pertains to whatever this creative idea is. You know what? The more I'm looking at the cards, there's definitely a connection here to family and probably marriage and partnership to this group. The messages could still apply. Like you can take the, any general reading, you can take whatever I'm saying and apply it to your situation really, but it just feels like that's the case for a lot of you guys. Yeah, so this is kind of what I'm seeing for you this month, group number 3. Comment below. Let me know what's been happening with you and what you guys have been working on. Is the Christmas tree a thing for you guys? I feel like it is for someone. But comment below. Let me know what's been happening with you and what your plans are for the month of April. If you guys do want to continue to support my work, do make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. Hit the bell so that you'll be updated whenever I post new content. And I do look forward to talking with you again soon. Bye.